What is going on with Balenciaga? The brand has received a lot of backlash on their recent campaign, which saw children with teddy bears wearing bondage gear.
If you go against them, then you're as good as done in the fashion industry. So that might be explaining what's going on here.
We're on Rodeo Drive, right in front of Balenciaga, and these protesters, this is a protest that started at 3 in the afternoon.
Thought it was absolutely disgusting. I mean, you can clearly see that they're using these innocent children.
Balenciaga has been caught in one of the most disturbing scandals, not just in the history of fashion, but also in pop culture, after releasing an extremely controversial ad campaign. And along the course of this ride, many big names in the entertainment and fashion industries have been put in the hot seat, pressed for answers on where they now stand with the huge multi-million-dollar company. So in today's video, we are going to be taking a look exactly at what happened and why it's a lot darker than you would ever expect. For some context, I should probably give some background on Balenciaga as a company and why this recent scandal is such a big deal. The fashion house was founded over 100 years ago in Spain by Cristobal Balenciaga. Balenciaga's first boutique was opened in 1919, and the first creations were worn by the Spanish royal family. Since then, they have become one of the most prestigious fashion houses in history, even being reinforced multiple times in iconic moments in pop culture. In the last decade, Balenciaga has been more successful than ever and has become heavily involved with multiple A-list celebrities, most notably Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. However, on November 16th, the company posted photos from their new ad campaign, which has literally gone viral, but for all the wrong reasons. The ad was for Balenciaga's new bags, which will essentially look like plush teddy bears that are wrapped in harnesses and other items that are associated with bondage and fetish wear, which in and of itself isn't really something that is that shocking, especially when coming from a fashion house. However, what got people talking was that the brand had decided to use children to model the bags that were obviously linked to things that were entirely age inappropriate. I seriously wonder what kind of parents could attend a photo shoot with their child and allow this to happen, but that is beside the point. Despite the subjects connected to the teddy bear bags being completely inappropriate to be modeled by children, it seemed like this was much more than just an insensitive and stupid mistake. In fact, the person in control of this campaign must have been completely aware of what they were doing, due to another one of these photos which recently escalated the entire situation into being completely disturbing. An image promoting a black leather Balenciaga bag was posted as another part to the ad campaign, and although nothing actually appeared to be weird or gross about this picture, people online analyzed the photo and found that the piece of paper that the bag was placed alongside was an obvious hint that the people in control of this campaign knew exactly what message they wanted to send out. The papers were from a United States Supreme Court ruling from the case of United States versus Williams, which basically is related to the rules surrounding indecent images of children. So obviously, as soon as the ad campaign was posted online, it got millions of people angry since the use of child models was super weird. But after the suspiciously included documents had their hidden meaning uncovered, a lot of tweets started to gain a lot of traction, which led to Balenciaga receiving a ton of backlash. One user wrote, "Balenciaga is very much canceled in my eyes. I don't care what explanation they come up with, don't mess with children." And another backed up the need for the brand to have their platform taken away by tweeting, "Anyone wearing Balenciaga from this point onwards is endorsing children's pornography and should be canceled." Well, they issued an apology to their 14 million Instagram followers where they said that they should never have used children in their shoot, and they also expressed regret for including the weird papers. In the apology, they said, "We sincerely apologize for any offense our holiday campaign may have caused. Our plush bear bag should not have been featured with children in this campaign. We have immediately removed the campaign from all platforms." And in the follow-up they wrote, "We apologize for displaying unsettling documents in our campaign. We take this matter very seriously and we are taking legal action against the parties responsible for creating the set and including unapproved items for our Spring 23 campaign photo shoot. We strongly condemn abuse of children in any form." The photographer of the campaign, Gabriele Galiberti, also issued a statement on his Instagram where he wrote, "I am not in the position to comment on Balenciaga's choices, but I must stress that I was not entitled in whatsoever manner to neither choose the products nor the models nor the combination of the same. As a photographer, I was only and solely requested to light the given scene and take the shots according to my signature style." As usual for a commercial shooting, the director of the campaign and the choice of the objects displayed are not in the hands of the photographer. Accusations like these are addressed against wrong targets and distract from the real problem and criminals. Also, I have no connection with the photo where a Supreme Court document appears. That one was taken in another set by other people and was falsely associated with my photos. It's weird how the photographer was very quick to defend himself, because the fact that he showed up to the shoot and never thought for a second whether it was questionable to be taking photos of children modeling fetish clothes is super confusing. So you might be wondering what has happened since all of this mess started, and well, it has unfolded into even more of a catastrophe. Balenciaga decided to delete all of the photos off of their Instagram shortly after issuing their apology, and they have announced that they will be taking legal action against the people responsible for the shoot. This has caused so much confusion, as surely this campaign photo shoot would have had to have been approved by many different people before hitting social media. And now, even more recently, people have been calling on celebrities who are now heavily involved with the brand to speak on the issue. The most notable response was from none other than Kim Kardashian. Kim has been very close with Balenciaga in the last few years, and she has modeled for the brand several times. And she has worn their designs at some of the biggest fashion events like the Met Gala. And so people immediately started flooding Kim's with comments, asking her whether she will be cutting ties with the brand, especially since she has children of her own, who aren't far off of the age of the children who were used in the photo shoot. So you would think that, of course, because of this reason, Kim would want nothing to do with a company that basically has just been outed for exploiting children, but her comment on the pressing subject was not as clear as some may have hoped. In her first tweet, Kim wrote, "I have been quiet for the past few days, not because I haven't been disgusted and outraged by the recent Balenciaga campaigns, but because I wanted an opportunity to speak to their team to understand for myself how this could have happened." She followed this thread with, "As a mother of 4, I have been shaken by the disturbing images. The safety of children must be held with the highest regard, and any attempts to normalize child abuse of any kind should have no place in our society. I appreciate Balenciaga's removal of the campaigns and apology. In speaking with them, I believe they understand the seriousness of the issue and will take the necessary measures for this to never happen again." I mean, this is still super confusing to anyone who isn't like Kim with direct connections to the Balenciaga team. Maybe if they somehow didn't see the issue with making children model but that doesn't explain the weird documents about indecent images of children being included in the campaign. It just seems way too specific to be coincidental. She finalized her thread with a tweet summing things up by saying, "As for my future with Balenciaga, I am currently reevaluating my relationship with the brand, basing it off of their willingness to accept accountability for something that should have never happened to begin with, and the actions I am expecting to see to take to protect the children." I mean, where have Balenciaga taken accountability exactly? Considering they are a company worth hundreds of millions of dollars and all they have done so far have point fingers from photographers to third parties. Also, this tweet is just as vague as the others, as Kim doesn't elaborate on what the exact changes are that she's expecting. It's clear to see how she saw money before morality. People online were obviously not impressed and called out Kim for her disappointing response. One Twitter user put, "Translation, I'm going to pause my business with Balenciaga until people stop talking about it, and then I'm going to continue doing business with Balenciaga." And another wrote, "Just say it, you have no intention of leaving, you're going to wait for them to do some half-assed PR campaign, not really take accountability, and then just wait for it all to blow over. You're a bunch of hypocrites, stop pretending to care, no one believes you anyway." But perhaps what was the most shocking response was when a Twitter user called Kim out for dressing her 9-year-old daughter North in the same kind of clothes made by none other than Balenciaga just a month ago. Balenciaga is still yet to take any real accountability for their actions beyond making a simple Instagram apology. But only time will tell whether they will change for the better and whether celebrities representing them like Kim will stick by their side.